stretch. Grabbing those medium and heavy weights. Let's start with our warm-up. Feet are hip width apart and parallel. Draw your knees up towards your chest. If you're using your device, go ahead and track your workout. I just do traditional strength training for this class. Knees up nice and high, using those lower abs. All right, take that knee up and over to a side lunge, opening up that hip, press your hips back. Slow and controlled. So we have no cardio today, but we are going to get that heart rate up. Let's do this one more on each side. Knee up and over, side lunge, press your hips back. On the next one, hold your feet wider than your hips, toes turned out, arms out to a T. Just bend and extend your knees. Chest stays lifted here. On the next one, hold the knees bent, arms in a tiny circle. Keep your chest nice and upright. Relax your shoulders down from your ears. Reverse that circle. Tiny circle, opposite direction. From here, reach down, tapping towards the opposite inside foot. Maybe reaching for that ankle, your shin, your calf, your knee. Reach for whatever you can. Rising back up the top, tee out your arms, shoulders stacked directly over your hips. One more time on each side, reach down, maybe tap the floor, maybe your knee. Rise up, arms out to a T, hinge forward to your waist. Give yourself a nice big hug, and then squeeze your shoulder blades together as you lift your arms up towards the ceiling. A few more breaths here. On the next one, come on down to a runner's lunge, right knee down, untuck your right toes, pressing forward into your left knee, allowing your right hip to open, chin and chest stays lifted here. On your next breath, draw your hips back, straighten your front left leg, and then press it forward. 2 more times, draw it back, straighten that left leg, draw it forward. On the next one, hold the hips back, point, flex, circle out that left ankle. Maybe wiggle your toes. Hold the left toes flexed, hinge forward, framing your left foot. Maybe bringing the crown of your head towards your toes. On your next exhale, gently rise up, switching sides. Left knee down, take a big step forward with your right foot, pressing into your right knee, allowing your left hip to open, chin and chest stays lifted here. Draw the hips back, flex your foot, and forward 2 more times. On the next one, hold the hips back, point, flex, circle out those right toes. Hold the right toes flexed, hinge forward. Maybe bringing the nose towards your knee, heart towards your thigh, holding here and breathing. On your next breath, gently rise up. Roll your shoulders back. Roll them forward. Shake out anything else you may need to. Make sure you have plenty of water. All right, we're grabbing those weights. We've got 60 seconds on, 20-second stretch rest. So I want you to actively stretch this muscle we just worked. We're going right back to that same move 4 times through. You get a 10-second active breather. Grab water, do whatever you need to do. Reset. We're moving on to the next move. We have 7 moves. All right, so grab your weights. We have just upper body and back and shoulders here. Feet are hip width apart and parallel. Soft bend your knees. Give me an upright row. Stand nice and tall. Alternating forward raise. Upright row. Switching arms for that forward raise. Now, you can also do a double raise. Drawing both arms forward and back down. You can do a single arm row to a single arm forward raise, double row, double raise, or alternating them. That's it, you're halfway there. Keep it going. Upright row to a forward raise. We're gonna set the weights down for our stretches. You got 20 seconds. Remember, this is round 1 of 4. Keep a soft bend in your knees. Upright row, forward raise, less than 10 seconds. We have a cross arm stretch. So a very similar stretch that we do quite often. Gently set your weights down, cross the right arm over. We're holding for 10 seconds each side. Open and switch, just grabbing at that forearm. Avoid grabbing your wrist or your elbow. We're grabbing those weights for round 2 and 1. All right, grab those weights. Give me that row. Forward raise. Alternating, single arm raise, single arm row, or you can do a double. Keep it going. Core is engaged. Ground through all 3 points of your foot. Big toe to pinky toe, straight back to your heel. Row, draw the weight up towards your chin. Please don't hit your chin. In your forward raises, if you're drawing that weight past your shoulder, and that is super easy, I recommend go a little bit heavier. Keep it going. You've got less than 20 seconds here. Upright row, forward raise. Palms are facing down the entire time. Keep a soft bend in the knees. Engage your abs. Draw your navel into your spine. Protect your back. Setting the waist down in 3, 2, and 1. Cross the arm over the body, starting with the right or the left, whichever comes more natural to you first. Maybe bump the hips side to side, that's comfortable. And switching sides. You all know I can never sit still, so I'm always moving something, whether it's my feet, my hips, my arms. All right, grab those weights. Round 3, upright row, forward raise. Keep it going. Palms are facing down. Slow it down as much as you need to. Go heavier, go lighter. This is your 3rd round, so you've been here before. You've got it. Beautiful work. Upright row, forward raise. You can alternate, single arm, row or raise. Doubling them up or doing them individually, whatever works for you. Keep it going. You've got 15 seconds. Keep it going. Looking so strong all across the screen. That's it. You've got it. Last 7. Upright row, forward raise. And 2. All right, set the weights down. Whichever arm comes naturally to you to cross over first. Just avoid grabbing at that wrist or your elbow. You don't want to grab at any joints. And switching sides. We've got 1 more round next. Then we stretch. And then your 10-second rest before we move on. Grab those weights. Make it your best yet. Upright row, forward raise. We're going into lower body next. Keep it going. Forward raise. Upright row. You got 20 seconds down. Less than 40 remaining. Keep a soft bend in your knees. Ground through those toes. Very nice. Alternating, doubling it up. Do what works for you. Your palms stay facing down the entire time. 20 seconds to go. Maybe smile through it. Relax your shoulders. Relax your forehead. I always tend to scrunch my eyebrows together when I'm thinking, aka when I'm working out. Keep it going. Last 7. Last 3, 2. All right, set those weights down. When you're done with that set, cross body stretch. We're moving on to lower body next. Open and switch arms. We have a split squat stance coming up. You've got 10 seconds. All right, I'm just going to show you what we're going to do next. We're going to grab those weights. Right foot forward, left foot back, split squat stance. Give me a split squat to a deadlift. Set the left foot together. Give me a squat. Set the right leg back. Split squat. Single leg deadlift. Rise up. Bring the right foot in. Suitcase squat. Left foot back. So you're staggering which foot is forward and which foot is back. And a single leg deadlift. And a single leg squat. And then you're drawing that back foot up. Suitcase squat. And switching. Split squat stance. Single leg deadlift. Back is flat. Step the foot forward. Suitcase squat. Step it back. Keep it going. Step it forward, suitcase squat. We have a figure 4 stretch coming up. It's going to be quick because it's going to be 10 seconds for each leg. That's it. You've got 5. All right, set your weights down. Cross your right ankle over your left. Come down or stay tall. Maybe press your right knee down. All right, next I'm going to do the same thing, but instead of a suitcase squat, I want you to give me a deadlift. Switch sides. Opening up that left hip on this side. Come as low as you like. Stay as high as you want. Maybe press that left knee down. Grab those weights in 2 and 1. All right, set the left foot back. Split squat. Single leg deadlift. Step your left foot forward. Give me a deadlift. Press the hips back. Rise up, slow and control. We're not going for speed. Split squat. Single leg deadlift. Rise up. Step your right foot forward. Give me that deadlift. Rise back up. Step your left foot back. Split squat stance. Single leg deadlift. Rise up. Whoop. If you lose your balance like I just did, that's okay. Just come back into it. Step your back foot forward. Give me that deadlift. Keep it going. Split squat. So for these, because we're moving our feet are not static in towards the floor, you are going to find you get the weebles and wobbles a little bit more. So make sure that you reset and you find your stance in between. All right, set those weights down. Stretch and start the left side this time. Left ankle over right thigh, flex your left toes, protect your left knee. Stay upright, come down, and switch. Right ankle over left thigh. The ankle over the thigh, you want to keep that foot flexed to protect that same knee. We're grabbing those weights in 2. Got the weebles and wobbles today. Same thing. Step the foot back. Split squat stance. Rise up. Single leg deadlift. Rise up. Step the foot forward. Deadlift. Rise back up. Switching sides. So you're alternating which foot steps back and forward. In your split squat deadlift and your deadlift, your back is flat. Draw your navel in towards your spine. You do not have to tap your knee to the floor in your split squat stance. If you are, please make sure it's a very gentle tap. So the right leg back, split squat, rise up, single leg deadlift. All right, and 13, we have that stretch. Keep it going. My computer just locked up. You've got 5. That's 3, 2. All right, set your weights down. Cross your left over the right. Come down low, stay high. We're halfway through this move. So you got 2 more rounds yet. Switch sides. We're back to upper body and back next. All right, rise up, grab those weights. Give me that split squat stance. Make sure you're alternating which leg goes back. Deadlift, rise up, step it back, split squat, rise up, deadlift. Step that back foot forward, give me a deadlift. Rise up. Slow and controlled here. That back heel stays lifted. Your front heel is grounded in your split squat stance. I keep going those suitcase squats. Keep it going. Rise up, step the back leg forward. You can do a deadlift or a suitcase squat. That's a hint that we don't have those coming up. That's it, you've got 7. Last 3, 2. All right, set your weights down, stretch it out. Right ankle over left thigh, sink your hips down or stay upright, press your knee open. Switch sides, left ankle over right, flex the left toes, stay upright. Come down, maybe press your left knee open. All right, last round here. Grab those weights. Did we just do 4? I think we did 4, you guys. Okay, now it's your breather. I'm trying to teach you guys that on your 10-second breather. Shame on me. All right. Apologies for that, I got all excited, totally missed that. All right, so we're gonna grab our weights. Coming up next, get our hip width apart and parallel. We have a bicep curl, draw it halfway, open, draw it back in line, bicep curl, halfway. So you're just coming as halfway, you're not bringing your arms down. 60 seconds has begun. Full bicep curl, bring it halfway. So you're just doing that full bicep curl the first time. Curl up halfway, open, draw it in. Soft bend in your knees. Keep those shoulders relaxed down from your ears. So maybe scrunch them up and then relax them down. Bicep curl open, arms open, draw them back to parallel. You've got it halfway there. Keep it going, keeping the elbows tucked in towards your rib cage. Imagine that the inside of your elbow is glued to that rib cage. That's it, you got less than 20 seconds here. We're setting those weights down, bringing our palms out in front. One arm each, palms are facing out. Fingertips down, we're gonna pull the fingertips in towards our body. All right, set your weights down, bringing your palm facing out, fingertips down, pull it towards you. We're switching sides and 2, and 1. Left arm out in front or the opposite of what you did. Whichever you started with, come to the opposite. We're grabbing those weights in 2, and 1. Pick up those weights, full bicep curl to a half. Hold it this half. So you're holding that tension at that half curl for the remainder of that 60 seconds. Keep it going. This is round 2 of 4. I promise I'm not going to cheat you of that breather at the end. Not going to make you do 5. Keep it going. Navel's pulled into your spine. Soft bend in your knees. Arms open. Arms parallel. Palms to your shoulders. Extend your arms back out to that 90-degree bend. Very nice. Looking so strong all across the screen. I can see you. Way to make it look easy. Maybe go heavier on the next round. You got 10 seconds. Last 5, 3, 2. Then set your weights down, palm out, fingertips down. Pull those fingertips gently in towards your body. Switch sides, palm out, fingertips down. Just gently pulling in towards your body. We're grabbing those weights again. We're going for round 3. Grab those weights, full curl the first time. Stop halfway, open, draw them parallel, bicep curl, open, open up to that side, curl halfway, palms are facing up the entire time. Grab water whenever you need it, curl, half, open, draw parallel. Halfway through round 3, you've got this. Keep it going. Keep moving. Relax your shoulders. Keep those elbows tucked into your sides. Draw your navel deeper into your spine. Last 5 right here. Can you give me one more full set? Very nice. Finish up where you're at. Draw your palm forward, fingertips down. Pulling with the opposite hand. All right, we got one more round of this. Then we're moving on. Switch sides. We've got inner and outer thighs and obliques coming up next. Grab those weights. Full curl. Only full curl. Come halfway. Open. Draw them back parallel. Curl. Open. Draw it out from the hip. Back in line. You've got this. Make sure that you are breathing here. Deep inhales, deep exhales. If you hold your breath, you'll get some unwanted cramps. Keep it going. Half curl, hold the half curl. Arms float outwards as if it's on a door hinge. Elbows stay glued in towards your rib cage. Draw the arms back in line, parallel to one another, out in front of your hips, and then give me that curl. Your final stretch coming up in 10. Final stretch for this move, should I say. You're only going to use one medium weight next. All right, finish up where you're at. Give me that stretch. You got your breather coming up next. Switch sides. So next up, we're going to hold a plie squat. So our feet are going to be nice and wide, wider than our hips. Toes are going to be turned out. We're going to bend our knees. We're going to use one weight overhead. And we're going to go to the right, upright, over to the left, upright. Grab that weight in 3. Find that stance. Weight overhead, slow and controlled. So as you draw your body over to one side, keep that top shoulder stacked directly over your bottom. That's it. You're 15 seconds in. Keep going. Firing up those obliques. That's it. Keep it going. Side to side. Slow and controlled. We are not going for speed on this, so think how slow you lower down to one side is how slow you rise back up to center. 15 seconds to go. We're going to stay in this stance with your feet wide, toes turned out, and set that weight down. We're going to bring our hands to our hips and turn over to one side, looking over one shoulder, and then switch sides halfway. All right, set your weight down, bring your hands to your hips. You're going to look over your left shoulder, opening up your thighs. Deep inhale, twist more. Exhale. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, look over your right shoulder. Twisting your spine, twisting your obliques. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist deeper. Come back through center. Grab that weight. Your feet are grounded. Arms overhead. Maybe starting to the opposite side. Back upright. Over to the other side. Back upright. Actively having that top shoulder stacked over your bottom. So we're not rolling forwards. We want all that work to be in our core. Rise up. I'm probably going to hit the wall here. Over to the side. Rise up. So notice that I'm not letting my top shoulder roll forward or roll backwards. You don't want to lose your balance. It is as if my body's between two panes of glass in the front and in the back, and I'm just going from side to side. If the weight overhead is too much for your shoulders, bring the weight to the center at your heart and just come side to side with your elbows wide. We're setting that weight down for our stretch in 3, 2, and 1. Bring your hands to your thighs, look over your right shoulder. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist deeper. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, look over your left shoulder. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Come back through center. Grab that weight overhead or at heart center, side to side. If you have that weight at heart center, you can draw the elbow down towards the knee. You can also work with your arms overhead. In either scenario, you want that top shoulder to stack over the bottom. Rise up. Side bend. Rise up. Keep your chin lifted off of your chest. You're going to feel in your outer glutes as well as you side bend over to one side and using everything, contracting all your muscles to rise back up slow and controlled. 20 seconds to go here. This is round 3. Don't let that fatigue start to set in. Keep it going. Last 5. All right, gently set the weight down. Bring your hands to your thighs. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist, look over your left shoulder. Inhale, lengthen more. Exhale, twist more. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, look over your right shoulder. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist deeper. Come back through center. Grab that weight overhead or at heart center. Last round right here. And upright. over to the side, and upright. We're going back to upper body next. Keep it going. You are 20 seconds in. Keep it going. Side bend. Rise up. Side bend. Rise up. You've got it. Don't stop now. Slow it down more. Very nice. Side bend, rise up, back to center. Less than 10 right here. Feel that burn. You got 3, 2. Release the weight down, hands to your hips, look over your right shoulder. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, twist deeper. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, twist, look over your left shoulder. Pressing your knees open. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. Come back through center. All right, we're grabbing weights. We're grabbing those light weights. I'm gonna go a little bit lighter, you guys. All right, feet are hip width apart and parallel. Palms are facing down. So we got one arm forward, one arm back. And switch. One arm forward, one arm back. And switch. So your palms are facing down. My weights are a little bit too wide for that. So your palms are facing down essentially the whole time, and you're just drawing one up, one back. So of course when that arm, the back comes up, your palms will be facing upwards. And when you draw that arm forward, palm is facing down. So your feet are grounded. Have a soft bend in your knees. Draw your navel into your spine. Do an arch around your spine. One arm forward, one arm back, and switch. One arm forward, one arm back. Keep it going. That's it. You got 10 seconds here. You've got it. Stay with it. So strong. Last 2 and 1. Let's let the weights down. Throw your arms overhead. Bind your hands. Give me side to side. Just a side to side. Try to pull your shoulders back. So don't have them forward. Try to pull them back. All right, we're grabbing those weights. We're going again. One arm forward, one arm back, and switch. If your weights are wide, like these are that I'm using, you can draw your palms facing in as you come down to the side of your body, and then switch. So as your arm extends up, we're working that tricep. Keep it going, working your shoulder with the forward raise. That's it, you've got it. Lift and lower. You're more than halfway there. Round 2. Keep it going. Learn to wiggle my mouse with my toes. Forward and back. You've got it. 15 seconds. Stay with it. Less than 10. Last 3, 2. Gently set your waist down. Bring your palms out in front. Round your spine. Palms are facing outward. Really round your spine. Maybe roll to the right. Feel in your left shoulder blade. Come to the left. Feel in your right shoulder blade. Grab those weights in 3, 2, and 1. All right, one arm forward, one arm back. Draw it back together and switch. This is round 3. You've got this. So ideally, you're not changing shapes of your palms. They're facing down essentially or back towards the wall behind you. When you come up, your palm is going to be down towards the floor. When you lift that same palm up towards the back wall behind you, your palm is going to be facing up towards the ceiling. Using those triceps, so lift that arm higher. Try to keep the arm straight. That's it. Last 10. You've got it. Last 3, 2. All right, set the weights down. This time, bind your hands behind your back. You can also just place your hands to your lower back, gaze up, look up, squeeze your glutes, or bind your hands. Maybe bring your palms together. Maybe roll your neck side to side. We're going in 3, 2, and 1. Last round here. Forward and back, raise and lower. Keep it going. You're already 15 seconds down. You've got it. Just think you only have 2 moves next. We've got core and glutes next. A little bit of hamstrings. And then we're finishing up with some upper body and core. Keep your gaze down towards the floor behind you, keeping your neck in neutral spine. Soft bend in your knees so you have a slight hinge forward. One arm forward, one arm back. Last 10. The next bind that we do is your choice. Forward, rounding your spine, overhead, side to side, or back bend. All right, your choice. Palm out, round forward. You can draw your arms overhead, side to side, or you can bind your hands behind your back with a slight back bend. Open up your chest here. Maybe roll your shoulders. Breather in 2 and 1. All right. Grab 1 heavy weight at heart center or 2, 1 on each shoulder, medium to heavy weights. We have good mornings. You can be standing or kneeling. Soft bend in your knees. Feet are hip width apart and parallel. Press your hips back and rise. Press the hips back so your back is flat. And rise up. If you are kneeling, your knees can be wide or hip width. You're pressing your hips in towards you, but they don't have to touch. And you're rising up. Hips in towards your glutes. And rise. That's it. You got 20 seconds to go. Engage your abs. Draw your navel into your spine. You've got 7. Gently rise up, set your weights down, draw your right foot forward, draw your right elbow down. Let's hold it here. We'll do this 2 times. We'll do the other side 2 times. So 20 seconds on the right side, 20 seconds on the left side, alternating. We're grabbing those weights for good morning in 3, 2. All right, grab those weights. 1 heavy weight at heart center or 2 medium to heavy weights. Feet are hip width apart and parallel. Standing or kneeling. Draw it down and back up. You're trying to touch that wall behind you. Back is flat. Where you fold at your hips is where your gaze follows. Do not strain your neck, try to look side to side or keep your gaze at one particular point. You want to just let your body flow forward and back up. It's challenging on your balance, but if you are picking one particular spot to look at as you hinge forward and that's making you strain your neck, maybe close your eyes. You get the weebles and wobbles, just slow it down some more. Hinge forward. Press your hips back. And rise, laying the weight down in 3, 2, and 1. This time draw your left foot forward. Left elbow to left toes. Keep a deep bend to that right knee. Feeling that stretch all along the back side and outside and left side. We're grabbing that weight in 3, 2, and 1. 1 weight or 2, kneeling or standing. Remember your options. If you're kneeling, you do not have to tap your glute in towards your heels. That is the direction that you want to move. Squeeze your glutes to the top and then hinge forward. We're squeezing and hinging whether we're kneeling or standing. Keep it going. You've got it. Maybe close your eyes if you're getting stuck on one spot in front of you. You've got 15 seconds. Really ground through your toes if you're standing. That's it. Last 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're going to switch sides now so we keep everything even. Right toe down, right heel in the floor, toes lifted, and switching sides. Next time we'll start with the left side, but we will do both sides, so 10 seconds on each. We're grabbing those weights in 2, and 1. All right. Feet are hip width apart and parallel. Hinge and rise. Last time here. That's it. Keep it going. Think slower, more controlled. One weight at heart center or 2 weights, 1 weight on each shoulder. Total preference. Keep it going. Hinge forward. Back is flat. It does not matter how far you hinge. Keep it going. Maybe it's just at a 30-degree bend and then you're rising. Maybe you come all the way down. You're a little bit more flexible this time than we did the first round, so do what you can. We're stretching in 3, 2, and 1. Left foot forward this time, bend into your right knee, draw your left elbow down towards your left toes. They don't have to tap. Switch sides, right heel down, right toes lifted, right elbow towards right toes. And then gently rise up. We have our last move here. Grab one heavy weight between your palms. We have an overhead press with an alternating knee drive, slow and controlled. Yes, those 60 seconds have begun. Those 10 seconds really fly by. So you want to make it slow and controlled and intentional. Draw that knee up, flex your foot, draw that knee up towards the same hip, maybe higher. Try not to rock side to side, as little as possible. Feet closer together when you land your feet down is more challenging. You can also widen your stance. You are going to move a little bit more side to side. That's perfectly fine. Drawing the weight up as you lift the knee high. Draw the weight down back to your chest as you lower the foot. Last 10. We're going to bind those arms overhead with a side-to-side bend coming up. Set the weight down, arms overhead, grab the left wrist, side to side. Rise back up, left wrist grabs right, over to left. All right, release your bind. Grab that weight. We're going again, knee drive. Overhead press. Flex your toes as you lift your knee up high. Release down. If you lose your balance, that is okay. Just come back into it. You can also hold on to a wall on one side. Take out the weight and just draw your knee up towards the same hip. If drawing up to your hip is easy, bring that knee up a little bit higher. You've got it. Adding in that weight to make it more challenging. Press up as you draw that knee up. Release the knee down as you draw that weight back to your hip. Remember your options. You can always use a ledge, a wall, and take out that weight. You got it. Woo. Set the weight down. Grab the left wrist with the right, side bend over to the right. Come through center. The 60 seconds really fly by. All right, we're halfway, and then you're done. We'll do all these stretches one more time through. All right, grab that weight. 2 more rounds here. Overhead press with a knee drive. Release it down. Keep it going. Flex those toes. Imagine you have something hanging on your foot and you want to keep it there, so avoid letting that foot relax. Avoid pointing it. Keep it nice and flexed. Draw your navel in towards your spine. Overhead press. Knee drive, all train right to left, left to right. You're more than halfway there. Keep it going. 20 seconds remaining here. Round 3 of 4. Knee drive, flex the foot, overhead press, or take out that press. You can also add the press but no weight. You can take out the press and the weight and use a wall to hold on to. You can widen your stance. Last 2 and 1. All right, this time left hand grabs right wrist. Let's go to the left first. Rise up, switch sides. Right hand grabs left wrist, side bend over to the right. 1 more round. All right, release your stretch. Grab that weight. Overhead press. Knee drive. Release down. Keep it going. I hear one of my dogs. I don't see them. There she is. Keep it going. Knee drive, overhead press, and release. Keep it going. With or without that weight, do what you can. This is your last round. You're halfway there. Knee drive, overhead press, with or without the weights. Flex your foot, get that knee high. Get to hip height. Maybe towards your navel. Maybe reach it up towards the same shoulder. Last 10. You've got it. Going for 5. Last 2. All right. Grab the right wrist, the left hand, side bend over to the left. Come back to center. Grab the left hand with the right, over to the right. Release your bind. Circle out your wrist. Step your feet side to side. Grab a sip of water. We're going right back through those same stretches. All right, when you're ready, come back and join me. Right arm crosses over left body, gently pulling your right forearm, avoiding your right wrist or your right elbow in towards your left shoulder. So just gently pulling it in. Open and switch. We have that figure 4 stance next. Release your arms down. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Flex your right foot. Stand nice and tall. Hold it here. Maybe open up your right hip with pressing your right knee down. You can also sink your hips lower, challenging your balance. Nice calf work for your left leg here. Gently rise up, switching sides. Circle out that right ankle. All right, right foot's your base. Lift your left foot, flex your left heel. Stay here. Maybe press your left knee open. Maybe come down lower and press that left knee open. This is a nice stretch for your right calf. Rise up, release your left foot down, circle out your left ankle. All right, draw your right arm forward, palm facing out, fingertips down, gently pulling your fingertips towards your body. Open and switch, circle out your right wrist. Left arm forward, left wrist out, fingertips down, gently pulling your left fingertips in towards your body. Circle out your left wrist. Let's draw the right elbow wide behind your head. I'm just going to add this one in here for our triceps. Open and switch, left elbow wide. Release your arms down. Come to that wide plie stance, feet wider than your hips, toes turned out. Bend your knees down, hands to your thighs. Inhale, lengthening crown of your head up towards the ceiling. Exhale, twist over your left shoulder. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, twist over your right shoulder. So one more time. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, over your left shoulder. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, over your right shoulder. Inhale, come back through center. Walk your feet together. Hip width apart and parallel. Palms to clasp. Bring your palms facing out. Round your spine. Gaze towards your navel. Maybe your little toes. Maybe wiggle your toes. Draw your arms up high overhead. Keeping your arms clasped out, side to side. One more to the left. Come back through center. Place your hands to your lower back, tops of your hips, or bind your hands behind you. You may bring your palms to touch. Lift your gaze. Release your bind. Circle out your wrist. All right, from here, draw your right foot forward, left knee bent, hinge forward, right elbow towards right toes. Switching sides, right foot down, left foot forward, hinge forward. Gently rise up. Feet are hip width apart and parallel. Grab your right wrist with your left hand, side bend over to the left. Maybe getting deeper into this bend. Bump your hips to the right. Keep your chin at the top of your chest. Gently rise up. Circle out the wrist. Switch sides. Right wrist grabs left. Side bend over to the right. Bump your hips to the left. Gently rise up. Circle out your wrist. Feet wide in your hips. Nice big inhale. One more. Fantastic work. Thank you all so very much for joining.